Everybody. So if y'all hear dogs barking in the background, which they're already starting, they didn't even have the decency to wait. They're just barking, barking. So I apologize. I've let them run wild because I've been busy all day. So how is everybody? Hello, Jennifer, Sister, Stumpy, Nancy, Queen, Miranda. How is everybody? So we heard the news, which I want to say this, right? Same thing with Shateria Waits. They wanted, you know what? They didn't accept what was being said. And they wanted confirmation. They wanted proof. And this is exactly what we're doing with Xavier. And they're just waiting on confirmation. They want official confirmation. So, people can fill in the blanks, but I'm going to be respectful. So we're going to hold off on the memorials and all that stuff, I have been respectful this whole time, and I will continue to be respectful. Hey, Stacy. Hey, BL. So, but hey, Lisa. Hey, Shar. So I do want to say this though, and here in a few weeks, once we do get this confirmation, we're gonna be doing some stuff. We're gonna be doing some stuff over here. I'm gonna be reaching out to some more content creators, and some more foundations and things like that. And we're going to really, really, really try to get something going with the criteria of the Amber Alert and the searches and, everything, you know, um, it's such a big deal, right? It's such a huge deal. Look at, look at Michael Vaughn. No Amber Alert. Why? Why no Amber Alert? Why is this baby found 3.8 miles from his own home? Hey, Slaying Demons. So, I'm going to show y'all this. I've got 2 articles pulled up. It's just kind of open topic. It's not, I felt like the wind was knocked out of me yesterday. I want to say this too. Thank you, everybody that reached out to me. And thank you, everybody that was respectful. And I don't like some of the stuff that goes on. I don't like some of the stuff that goes on. And I don't like telling people what they can't do. I'm not going to, but I am going to be very vocal. This is my channel, and I'm going to be vocal. I have kept my mouth shut, but I'm happy that I am not one of those people that's like, no way, let's go live. Let me get my tears ready and let's go live, and let's just start announcing this before the police announce it, before the family's ready. Let me say something. The family's still not ready, okay? I don't know what kind of a hole some of these people have to crawl out of to get on their little laptops or phones or whatever it is they do, and they hit live and they go half cocked. Is this productive? I mean, is this what really people really want to see? Meanwhile, you got people like losing it. This is their real loved one. This is their real child. And I just think it's shitty, dude. I think it's so shitty the way people handle stuff. And I handle stuff, crappy too. But at the same time, I don't do it on a public sphere. I say shit that's out of pocket. I mean, whatever. But if you're talking about these sensitive issues, right? If you're talking about these sensitive issues, if you are not thinking about what's best for the victims, for the families that you're talking about, if you don't think about what's right for them, then why the fuck are you doing this? I was so disgusted yesterday. I was beyond disgusted yesterday. And I know some people was wanting me to maybe go live or whatever. Listen, what? Who am I? I'm nobody. I'm a dumb hick behind a computer. This is their real life. This is their real life. Seriously? Do these content creators or this one particular person who will shove her face in front of any fucking camera that's willing to listen, do you think you're more important than his own family? Do you think you're more important than his own brother who's devastated? Do you think you're more important than the foundation that has poured their freaking heart out? Or the community that's poured their freaking heart out? I just don't agree with some of the way things are handled so publicly, or behind a paywall, or behind a this, or behind a that. And yeah, what I'm saying, it ain't for everybody. And I'm okay with that, because I don't move the same way. Not going to move that way. And you're not spreading awareness, you're spreading toxic energy, okay? And people just want answers. They just cling and they want answers and they want this and they want that. Well, you know what? This is not an entertaining subject, right? I will say it again, and I've said it before. John Crimes, which if you haven't subscribed to him, he's amazing. He's got one of the best true crime channels I've ever seen. He talks about being true crime fans. So when you're a fan and you can't wait for that next thing, and then you happen to be a content, I don't even know what's driving some of these people. I have no clue. It's not care for the victims. It's not care for the victims. There's two particular content creators that have personally went after this family and have the nerve to try to break some news for clicks and views and likes and all this other shit. Please go sit your goofy ass down somewhere. I just, oh man, Cloud. What does that mean when you're a dead baby in a cornfield? What does that mean? What is clout when a family is suffering? Right? It's too much, man. I don't know the answer. I don't know how to combat some of this stuff. But like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Like the family can't even catch their breath. And they're having to see it break on social media before the police even say anything. Who the fuck are you? Let me go back up here. Hey, let's see. Hey, Tracy. Anybody I haven't said hi to? Queen Ebony. Connie, hello. Anybody I didn't say hello to? Good day. Hey, baby. I just it means everything to I don't even understand what I don't even understand. Like I was just like you're just the gross pile of shit that keeps on giving, right? I just don't even what? I don't know, man. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but I tell you, like it's oh my God. Like this is a real loss. This is a real tragedy. This is a real family. This is a real family in Iowa who have lost their 11-year-old, right? They're trying to combat just the thought that this boy may be their child. He may be their brother. It may be their cousin. I wow. I mean, I was dumbfounded yesterday. I was completely dumbfounded, and I really don't care what people. I have bit my tongue and bit my tongue and bit my tongue, but what I do know, 110%, and then I'm off my soapbox, and we could talk about shit that really matters, right? Because it's not these dumpster fires. It's not about them. It's got to be about the victims. So, and it's I totally forgot my train of thought. But I just yeah, it was this everybody knows. Everybody on this channel knows how they all mean something, but this one was like fuck 3.8 miles from his house. What? What? Like over here we're gonna hopefully bring about change, right? Xavier, Tracy, my God, I don't even know if you knew, but they found a boy in Iowa, 3.8 miles away from where Xavier's lives. And He's in the same clothing. It's an adolescent child in the same clothing description as Xavier went missing in. So they are just completely, they are just waiting on confirmation. They come out pretty much yesterday and said, I mean, they're just waiting on DNA. I mean, honest to God, that's it. And listen, it's not my place to tell anybody when they need to be confirming anything. I can't. I will probably never confirm something like that. You know what I mean? And yeah, y'all are gonna like this. The scene where where they were at, it's so rural and it's just like wide open. It's like holy crap. So, and we're going to talk about Michael Vaughn and we're going to talk about different stuff, but like seriously, I don't even know, but we're going to try to stir up something. We need change in legislation. We need the criteria of the Amber Alerts. We need something. You know what? I want to say this too. Half of the entire world is looking for this bald-headed idiot, right? You spare no expense for a high profile case. But you can't do better than a public search on the first day of this baby going missing for 4 hours. Now, I'm not saying they didn't search places, and I'm not really coming down on law enforcement with this situation with Xavier. Who am I? Tracy, I'm not named. I will never give it's content. It's certain content creators that broke the news about them finding him before the police broke it and before it was supposed to be told. So, but I'll never say their names over here. I will never say their names over here. So, but if you message me, send me a message, but I will never say their names on my platform. Never. They don't, they're not worthy. I would never say their names, but, I do want to say, like, I cannot, it's wild. Like this baby was like right here, one day. Okay. And they did other searches, but you got the whole world looking for Brian Laundrie. And yeah, he needs to be found. I 110% agree. Okay. But you can't, this baby was found 3.8 miles from his house. Now, listen, here's another thing. Let's say it's not Xavier, which, then it means it's another adolescent kid in the middle of a damn cornfield. Like something's got to change, and there's strength in numbers. There, hey Kay, right there. Hey Connie, I might have said hey. There's strength in numbers, okay? There's strength in numbers. So we just got to. It's at legislation. It's at the criteria. It's at how we do these searches. It's at and yeah, it's probably a race issue. It's probably a lot of different issues, but to me, from what I've seen, bigger than anything, it's a class issue. It's a economic issue. It's who the media determines important enough to get all this exposure issue, right? And it's a state's discretion on the Amber Alerts, and that BS. Yeah, Tracy, y'all and people that follow the channel, y'all probably know exactly what I'm talking about. So there was a missing 14-year-old and his dog were found. I saw that, Nancy. I saw that. They didn't search that. No, the guy said he didn't search. They said they did not search there. Hey Kim, our missing kids deserve this kind of coverage and footage. People look at yeah, I know. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know what has to happen, right? But I know something needs to happen. And like I said, there's strength in numbers. And me and a few other people, I've been talking to people all stinking morning. I'm telling you, we're working on some shit. I don't know how far it's going to go, but I'm going to be reaching out to content creators. I've been talking to 2 different foundations this morning, and I'm going to be stepping out. We got to start, no, you can't. Another baby can't be found in a cornfield with little to no exposure, with little to no searches, with I just, it's not right. Look at the West babies in California. Are you freaking kidding me? We're coming up on a year. December 21st, it'll be a year. Hey, Amy J. Let's see, look at the 2 girls that got married. I know, they were right there. Let's see, because the searches got me Brian a lot more I know, I seen that too. Look at all the missing people being found on account of it, which is great. I'm glad her family has spoke out and said, hey, we don't agree with this. I just think whatever we got to do, I think whatever we got to do, we got to start doing it. I mean, this can't keep happening, but it's probably more than likely it's probably going to. But we don't have to be silent, right? We don't have to be silent about it. You know, um, I know, Queen. I know. Hey, Lisa. Hey, baby. Laws need to change to get change. Yeah, I agree. Good day. I completely agree. So let me show y'all. I saw this. It was from a couple days ago. It's about Michael Vaughn. You know, another baby, little to nothing, little to no coverage at all. At all, man. Why? Man, I'm just so beside myself the past 24 hours. And here we go. My screen didn't act like it was going to share. This is a new article. And it kind of made me think about Xavier because, let's see. Idaho, missing Idaho. What the world? Come on. Missing Idaho boy. No trace of Michael Joseph Vaughn after cornfields harvested cleared. So this came out a couple days ago.
What do you lose when you lose this many channels on YouTube?
Desperate search for 5-year-old boy who went missing in small Idaho community over 2 months ago continues this week after investigators said cornfields were harvested and cleared with no trace of the child. Investigators remain committed to scrutinizing every detail in the search for Michael Vaughn, who went missing near his Fruitland home in a small community of 5,400 residents. My God. On the evening of July 27th on Friday. In addition to the harvest fields, including cornfields, the police said many community members were concerned about investigators will search the irrigation drainages within the next 2 weeks. So this was a couple days ago. Police emphasized that analyzing every faucet in this detailed phase of the investigation is going to take time, saying that a total of 446 tips have poured in. You know, look at how many tips Summer Wells has gotten. Look at Evelyn Boswell. Evelyn Boswell had 1,200 tips before they found her body. This baby has 447 tips. I'm not saying that's not a lot to go through, but you can see the difference, right? Tips are continuing to be assigned to investigators to follow up. We remain hopeful. Police say sometimes answers will come slowly. In the more than 2 months since Vaughn went missing, investigators still do not know what happened to him. Long, exhaustive searches involve more than a dozen law enforcement agencies. More than a dozen law enforcement agencies. I think it was something like 120 agencies were helping in just the first 2 to 3 weeks of Summer Wells' case. There was 2,400 volunteers, searchers, not volunteer searchers, but searchers in general. They had, I don't even know all the resources they had. And Tennessee immediately released an Amber Alert. There was no car involved. Yes, the red truck, but the red truck didn't even come into play until after the damn Amber Alert. Like, she's not connected to the truck. That truck, to my knowledge, is still just remains somebody they want to speak with. Okay? It's at their discretion. I mean, let me get back to y'all. Oh, y'all didn't even see the damn. Great. The screen didn't share. That's amazing. You know what? StreamYards. That's what I want to say. I'm not going to reread it, but I am going to put it back on the screen. Yeah, I didn't know the screen didn't share because I didn't look, Yeah, it didn't share that. There it goes. There it goes. So, yeah. Okay. Hey, Jennifer. No. Let me see. Let me scroll back up. Anybody just coming in? Hello. When you lose a child in a supermarket, that terror, and people live in day, I don't know what I would do with myself. Yeah, I know. And welcome, honey. Welcome, Jennifer. Welcome, Violet. Oh man, yeah, it's man. I don't know what the easy answers is. I know that this is not acceptable. I know, like, how many more kids are they going to find looking for Brian fucking Laundry or any other shit going on? We love you, StreamYards. Please be kind to us. StreamYards be on my ass, boy. It's fine. Let me see. Ryan Larson too. Kim, thanks. Let's see, Michael Vaughn case reminds me a lot of Xavier. Where's Ryan Larson? There's a suspicion that he was taken by the same person or people that took Xavier. Those people travel. Well, I don't even think it was that. Hey, Sean, I don't know about Xavier, but I don't think it was in anything that was mentioned in the Bahana trial, the Molly Tibbetts. I don't think it's that, but I'm going to be honest. I have no clue. The whole world is on fire right now. I know that, this pick and choosing what's important and what's not, like who says these cases are important? Who tells these big organizations to cover these stories? It's definitely not, it's everywhere, like it's this story's everywhere. Like who says what's important, Do I know how many times you have messaged Michael Vaughn's family? Please get in touch with EquiSearch law enforcement or but listen, Kim, the parents can't request EquiSearch. Law enforcement has to request them. It has to come from law enforcement. Hey, Arabella. Yeah, law enforcement has to request them. A mayor, somebody official has to request EquiSearch. It can't just be the family. My God, if that was the case, they'd be everywhere. No, EquiSearch, they have to be asked by somebody in charge of that investigation. From my understanding. Hey, Joanne. Finally caught up with you. Have a crazy few weeks. Hope you're well done. Oh, thank you, honey. Yeah, I mean, I'm over here. I'm doing it. Dumb hick behind the computer. That's me. We're glad you could come in. So I guess let me show y'all this about Xavier for those of y'all that don't know, because some of y'all don't know. I just jumped off the cliff, with my rant, and some of y'all are like, what are you even talking about? Well, yeah. All right. Hopefully the screen will share. And it did not. That's okay, StreamYards. I caught your fuckery this time before I started yapping. Here we go. Adolescent body found near Montezuma. Clothing consistent with what Xavier Harrelson was wearing when last seen. Maybe this is I want to see if this is going to be... hold on. I'm trying to see if this is going to actually tell the... hello? Hold on. I want to see if this bit... Here we go. Yeah. Y'all give it a second. Yeah, they kind of did like an impromptu press conference right there on the scene of where the remains were found. From my understanding, it was 3.8 miles from his house.
Yeah, I received a phone call from a local farmer that was working in his bean field, and he thought he found some human remains, so he called one of my deputies, and we responded to the scene and verified it. We believed it was human remains. We had our county medical examiner come out and verify what it was.
Hey, Amanda.
In the meantime, we called PCI Mitch and his team to come in, and naturally we need to help, find out what all's going on here, who it is, and stuff like that. So that's how we got here.
So then, yeah, the sheriff's office called us, and we responded as well, and contacted the state medical examiner's office and the state anthropologist, and they are on scene currently. Since this is remains, we're going to let them. We're assisting them in any capacity that they need assistance in as they document and then recover the remains in a very methodical and meticulous way. What we do know so far that has been confirmed to us by the state medical examiner's office is that it is human remains, and it is that of an adolescent. There is some clothing items that were found in the proximity as well, and they are consistent with the clothing that was reported to us that Xavier was last seen wearing on the day that he disappeared. Other than that, really, there's nothing else that we can talk about. There's nothing else that's been confirmed at this time.
So, and a big running theme with Xavier was that he was a runaway. Doesn't seem like he was a runaway now. He wasn't a runaway when it was convenient to people to use his name in a high-profile trial.
It's going to be quite a time, probably, as far as in like weeks, maybe even a couple months, as before there is able to be positive identification and confirmation.
Again, couple weeks. I think we got confirmation of Gabby Petito's remains in 3 days? It's okay. No worries.
Who this is, the remains.
So, can y'all imagine? Can you imagine? You have to hear this, and not only do you have to hear it, now you have to wait. Let me get back. I can't see the chat. Now you have to wait, right? Now you have to wait. Hey, baby Fatia. Like, what the hell? You got to wait. I don't know. Please, if y'all haven't subbed up to Amanda, please go sub up to her. I saw her up here. I don't know. Man, I don't know. It's just like, what the hell is going on, guys? What is going on? So, family is waiting for this confirmation 100%. And it's their right. It's their right, Yeah, same with Echo Lloyd, which I do think there's major movements in that case. I'm not going to talk about it, but I think there is some, so much love and respect, bringing all the cases. Yeah, Lisa, I don't even know what the hell's going on. I'm just trying to do. Motherfuckers wouldn't accept. They didn't in Echo. I can't remember. And really, my brain has been a little fried since last night. This has been, or since yesterday afternoon. How many people in here believe that the people that are blessed with mediumship to read cards and listen to ancestors, it helps out? There are a few cases that I'm aware of that FBI will say, yes, we have used that resources. But honest to God, I don't know enough about it to speak on it. And I've seen a lot of grossness surrounded by it. But at the same time, I don't know enough about it, that's my opinion. But the police always say kids have run away. They should listen. But yeah, listen, let's talk about runaways for a second, right? What if he was what if some of these kids are runaways? Do the runaway kids not end up, trafficked? Do the runaway kids not end up in with problems? He was 10, he turned 11 while he was missing. Why the hell does it matter? Of course it matters as far as the investigation, but as far as pushing out awareness and hey, look for this kid. He looks like this. Why does that matter? Because the minute somebody hears a drug addict or a kid with problems, or, oh, this is the second time it's a runaway. Why do people flinch at that? Because the kid has made a stupid decision, they're less important? What? That's got to change. That has to change, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. Like, what the hell is really going on? This is it's everywhere. It's the indigenous community. Like, this is a problem. Let me get this off the screen. This is a problem. This is a problem. I don't even know. Let's see. Runaways. Look what happened to Tristan Bailey. Oh my God. She went to hang out in the middle of the night, right? She left with her friend. She thought somebody was her friend. She left in the middle of the night to go on a walk around a little neighborhood. She ends up stabbed 114 times. 48 defensive wounds by a classmate. There's a school shooting right now. I was just looking at it before. Guys, our youth is suffering. I mean, I don't even know. We got to start small. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Yeah. Let me see. Perfect. So I want to show y'all something. And I'm so glad that I just got confirmation to use that I could show this stream or this video. Afternoon, finally caught Beaver live. Work's been crazy. Runaway kids cases should be treated equally, just as if they're vulnerable and victimized. Welcome, Sea Turtle, and thank you. I want to say something else too. Some of these kids are like, "Oh, I'm going to run away. I'm going to hang out with my punk friends." Guess what? If their asses were all over the news, don't you think their punk friends would be like, "No, you got to go back home, go back home, go back home." I mean, seriously. But you got to do, I was talking to somebody earlier. There has to be a way that you can do this, right, without desensitizing everybody. But everybody needs to be aware of these things. Everybody needs to be aware. These kids, like, so what are some things, I'm going to use this time, like, what are some things that seriously could happen? Some serious change. I'm going to be crowdsourcing in the next couple weeks because you know what? We're just, I don't even know. I don't know how this is going to go, but we are trying to get our ducks in a row to do something. Amanda, if you're still listening, you will be a content creator that I will be talking to. And we are going to be pushing for some type of change where these missing babies are concerned and in the way they're covered. Not the way they're covered, but the awareness, getting the awareness out that they are missing, right? Undisputed Truth channel goes there here. Okay, Kim. I tell you what, I do sometimes listen to them. Yeah, Amanda, there's going to be several content creators I'm going to be reaching out to, and I'm talking to some foundations, and like we got to do something. There's a couple politicians, like it's got to come through legislation, right? It's got to come through legislation, and there's strength in numbers. Okay, I think the Amber Alert system is wonderful. Amber Hagerman, that's the whole reason we have the Amber Alert system. I don't want to say that too loudly because we had an Amber Hagerman fan over here the one time we did talk about it, and he creeps me and everybody else out. But Amber Hagerman, it's a very sad story, and guess what? They never caught her murderer. Never. They found her body, but they never caught her murderer. So, but she's the reason why we have, and it's got talk to John. Babe, I'm going to be reaching out to anybody that'll give me the time of damn day. I promise you. And John Lorden will be one of those people. I don't care. And some people may not even ever answer my email. I don't even care, man. I don't even care. This is why have a platform if you can't do something good with it? That's how I feel. Like, what are you doing this for? Is it about the victims? Can it bring about change? This is it for me. Evelyn Boswell is the reason I started this channel. I was so just beyond devastated at what happened to her and how nobody even knew the kid was missing, right? She wasn't even 15 months old. She was supposed to be, but she was dead very shortly after her first year birthday. But nobody had seen the kid in months. There was an existing CPS case, Cat Lady, hey, baby, welcome. Let me see. Braylon Noble, still no arrest. Oh, God. That one really burns me up. Braylon Noble. Because 2-year-olds often wind up in drainage ditches and in a drain in a pool, in a gated, locked pool that's already been searched 3 times. Yeah. Please tell me why no arrest has been made in Braylon Noble. Let's see. You think anytime awareness of a missing child, police should immediately conduct a 5-mile area. Cat Lady. Exactly. Like, what the hell? I don't. Yeah, Braylon. I know. I haven't heard nothing. They haven't done no updates, no nothing on Braylon. I mean, nothing. Radio silence, nothing. Trace, I knew you was gonna comment. I know Braylon is very close to your heart. Okay. All right. So, are y'all familiar with Michelle After Dark? You don't have to like it. You don't have to like her content or whatever. She did a video last night and it talks just about this. Why some cases are covered, why some cases are not covered. Well, she gave me permission to show just as long as I credit her. Let me I'm going to get it pulled up. I want to show y'all, just some of y'all that may not watch her. Please go sub up to her. Yes, she talks about, but she's always got a good point. She's not just making things up. She's thoughtful. She had, and her heart's in it. You can tell. So at least I feel like that. And she has a lot of good insight. So I want to show y'all a portion of the video she put out last night because I just wanted y'all to hear it. And she said it probably better than I could ever say it. I get all flustered and get in my damn feelings and all that shit. So, and I'm going to get it pulled up, and I want to show y'all a portion of the video. And she talks about it, and she even talks about clickbait and why sometimes she may even try to use clickbait or whatever. And she made a lot of sense. All right, let's see. And I'm going to hold on.
Everyone. My name is Michelle. I hope
Hold
you're
on.
doing well. This is a frequently.
All right, and I'm going to get this video, and I'm going to drop it in the link. Drop it in the chat. So this is the video. Let me see. Please go sub up to her. I'm gonna, after the video or after this, I'm gonna put it in the description. This is the link to this particular video. Okay. So, and I'm so glad she got to me before the stream ended, because I was like, man, I just would love to share some of this. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay, let me get back to y'all. Okay. Let's see. All right. All right. Yeah. I can't believe she got back to me so fast. I like her even more, and her little dogs. Okay. So this is Cassie and Tilly, her dogs. If y'all have not watched Michelle After Dark, she's got a lot of good insight, you know. Okay, let me see. Where are we at?
Understand their frustration. I absolutely can. I do believe that people of colour don't get as much coverage.
Hold on, let me get back. Let me put back.
This is called Tanyard Brook, actually, this creek that runs along here.
Oh, my dogs are in there going crazy.
So, missing white woman syndrome. There's been criminologists that have studied this and, looked at media reports and things. And according to them, in missing persons cases, white women and children, young white women and children, get much more
Okay, can y'all hear pretty good? Hey, DJ.
Than do anyone else. So this is a concern for people of colour who have missing family members, and I can understand.
Can one of my mods pin this to the top?
I do believe that people of colour don't get as much coverage in the media or on social media.
Now listen, she's not just talking about race. She's going to dip off into other things, and very important things. And she mentions Xavier, which, like, people do pay attention.
Media. But it's not just
Can
about
y'all hear
race
okay?
or ethnicity. In my opinion, that's one factor. But in my opinion, and I've been thinking about this for a while, why did Summer Wells get so much attention? Yeah, she's blonde hair, blue eyes, she's a girl, she's 5 years old, so she kind of fits the profile of the missing white woman or missing white girl, I guess. But around the same time that Summer disappeared, another blonde hair, blue eyed child, age 5, the same age as Summer, disappeared. And that's Michael Vaughn. Now, he's a boy rather than a girl, but is it really just because he was a boy that he did not get the attention on social media that Summer did? And virtually no attention.
Michael Vaughn, that's who she's talking about. Hopefully y'all can hear good. I don't know why my hearing, but it's probably because I'm always listening to damn headphones. But she's talking about, like, it's not just, she was talking about white woman syndrome and things like that, but it's deeper than that. And she's right. And it's hard to pinpoint exactly why it's deeper than that, but it is deeper than that. And those of y'all that follow missing children's cases, y'all know it's deeper than that. It's a lot deeper than that. And I'm in StreamYards, so hold on. I think I have to go in and pin, but I will put the description below. This is Michelle After Dark. This particular video link is in the chat, and we will continue to put it because we're all winging it over here. So
actually no attention in the media at all. Or is there something else at play? And I would argue that
Aaron, it's okay. Welcome, baby.
Summer Wells has had so much attention is not because she's a missing white
It's echoing.
female,
Hold on.
as opposed to a missing white male with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Is it? Let me get back to the chat. Is it echoing? Are y'all hearing it twice? Give me a 1 if y'all can hear it okay. Hello? Let's see. Hey, Marie. Hey, Very Merry. Can y'all hear it? Give me a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear it. It's an echo. Hold on. It sounds like you have StreamYard and yours playing. I do. That's probably exactly what I have. Amanda, you don't even know. 41 trying to figure out all this. Yeah, you're fine, but the video echoes for you. Okay. Okay, let me see. Oh, I know what. Okay.
Because her parents have created a spectacle. Don and Candice have created a spectacle. Much speculation about, Don's past, Candice's past, where is grandma? All of these things were very relevant, and that's why I covered them at length. They were very relevant to Summer's disappearance, absolutely. Understanding the main suspects, so to speak, or main persons of interest. The last people to see Summer were Candice's grandma and her 3 brothers, who have subsequently been taken into CPS care. All of that's relevant to Summer's case. But then people complain, saying, why do channels spend so long talking about Don and Candice? Why don't they focus on looking for Summer? Because there's no updates on Summer. So if people who said that got their wish, Summer would have been forgotten on social media a long time ago, because there's been no updates on a case. Yep, sometimes people go out looking and can film that. That's absolutely fine. If you're local to the area, you can do as Cracking Cases did, who are local to the area, go and film Don and Candice's property. You can be Chris McDonough and go and interview Don and Candice about the day.
Okay, so good. Y'all can hear. That's good. I'm just trying to be appropriate. I'm gonna continue to drop the link. But do y'all see what she's saying? She's making absolute sense. Guess what? It's a big craziness around Summer Wells' parents. But what if there was no craziness? There's been no updates in 100 days. And she's right now she's talking about how she had a familicide case, right? Almost exactly the same as Chris Watts. Well, she wanted to talk about this case, and she knew if she put Chris Watts' picture in the thumbnail, people were more likely to click. Well, and she's like, why put awareness out and, inform people if they're not going to watch? So, shit made sense to me, right?
Summer disappeared. But at the same time, that's very limiting when there's no new updates. So I would argue that it's the spectacle that has meant that Summer has stayed in the news, so to speak, on social media, compared to Michael Vaughn, whose parents didn't create a spectacle. Don't know anything about Michael Vaughn's parents. They haven't been prominent on social media, maybe because they don't want to create a spectacle. But does it mean that if you have a missing child or a missing family member, that you've got to create a spectacle to get your case out there? Well, it shouldn't be like that, should it? But unfortunately, it does look like something special, like a spectacle, has to occur to get a certain case out there, as opposed to the multitude of others. There are thousands and thousands of missing children in America and in the UK, and probably millions throughout the world, who are missing, and adults who are missing, who are killed and whose bodies are never found, who are trafficked and they are never located. It's a massive, massive problem. Joseph Petito, Gabby Petito's father, acknowledged it in the press conference earlier on this week. He acknowledged it, that the social media profile... There's my son wanting the key. Joseph Petito acknowledged that
Can y'all still hear me? Because my camera, for some reason, I guess it lost connection. I don't know what's going on, but can y'all still hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can still, like right now, you can hear me. But my camera went out. I don't know what the hell's going on, but y'all know what I look like. I'm going to keep playing because y'all seem to be able to hear it pretty well, but okay, good.
it's social media that has got his daughter's missing status out there. It's YouTube channel Red White Thune that gave the searchers the final piece in the puzzle as to where Gabby's body was located. But yet, he said, rightly, that there are thousands and thousands of other cases that are worthy of the same attention. So it shouldn't be Gabby or another case. It should be Gabby and another case. It should be every case. But there's so many, it's absolutely overwhelming to cover. You know, even if every true crime channel on YouTube covered a different case every video, you'd get very shallow coverage and it would very soon be forgotten. It's a problem, right? People only watch certain videos, right? You know, they only watch certain cases that have taken off. So putting a missing persons case out there that isn't known, certainly on my little channel, wouldn't get any views. So what's the point? Because nobody's watching it. So how can you publicise it if nobody's watching it? Now, I know there are massive YouTube channels that have got millions of subscribers that are able to do that. Like Kendall Ray, for example. She's able to do that because she's got such a big following to begin with. But the average channel like mine, very, very difficult to get traction for videos on a case that doesn't already have the traction, if that makes sense.
Guys, is she not making like 110% sense? Like seriously, like this is what we're flipping up against, for crying out loud.
So it's kind of like being stuck in a catch-22. So you can call my thumbnail clickbait if you like, because I've put Summer and Don Wells on there. I'm going to talk about Don Wells exclusive in a moment, but you know, yesterday I got accused of clickbait, and that's fair enough, whatever. But I'm probably going to get accused of clickbait today because I've not talked about Don Wells, and I'm nearly at the end of the video. Because this is more important than anything Don Wells has to say. Getting people to understand that missing white woman syndrome is a thing, but it's much, much, much more than that. We've got to start dissecting and understanding why certain cases get a lot of coverage, and rightly they should. But there are thousands and thousands of other cases that should also get the same amount of coverage. But it's very, very difficult for channels like mine to get videos out there about cases that aren't already known. So I'm stuck in a catch-22, and perhaps many other channels are as well. But it's true, certain cases take off. Whether it's due to being a white woman or a white child, or whether it's due to being something else, I don't know. I think it's controversy and social media presence already. You know, think about Chris Watts, the Chris Watts case. Now, I know that's not a missing persons case in the same way that Gabby's was or Summers is. But think about that case and how much coverage that's had. And then look at other very similar familicide cases that have never had that coverage. Anthony Topp, for example. I did a video about him a while ago. I put Chris Watts on the thumbnail. I briefly talked about Chris Watts in the video, but it was about the Anthony Topp case. But I knew if I just put his face on the thumbnail, I wouldn't get any views. And what's the point in doing a video? No, it's not about money. I'll have you know that many of my videos get either demonetized or put on limited ads because of the content. It's not about money for me. I have a job. But it's about getting the cases out there, getting the information out there. And there is absolutely no point doing a video when you know it's not going to get viewed. However, the Anthony Topp case is very similar to that of Chris Watts. But where is his coverage? His trial's coming up. His trial might even be happening right now. It was scheduled for the end of September. But I've not seen any coverage about it. So there's that. So I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Other than there are so many, thousands upon thousands of people who deserve to have their case aired. Their families deserve to have their missing child or their missing family member's case publicised. And in a perfect world, that's what would happen. But it's so hard. I mean, look, right, has anybody who has heard, hands up in the comments, who has heard of Xavier Harrelson? 10-year-old boy went missing in Iowa on the 27th of May. Yesterday, a body resembling him, a child's body, was found in a cornfield close to his home. It's very likely that is Xavier, but if not, it's another poor child who's been out there since May, on his own, in the cold, lying dead in a cornfield. Who's heard about Xavier's case? A few people. I've mentioned him on 1 or 2 videos. But his case didn't get the traction. Like Michael Vaughn, case didn't get the traction. He's a white kid. I don't know what else to say. It's frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating. But you know, what can we do? What can we do about it? But anyway, finally, before I go, the Donwell's exclusive. He
Guys, was she not speaking straight truth, for crying out loud? Like, seriously, what do we do about it? Michelle After Dark. I don't know why my camera went out. Michelle After Dark. I'm going to pin it in the description. Please go check her out. She was so gracious to say, yes, you could show my content. And she got back to me. But she's right. You know, it's a big problem. How do we combat it? What can we do? You know, like so y'all think about this. Hey, Aaron. So y'all think over the next couple weeks, you know, like, what can we do? Like, what can we do? Like truthfully, what are some things that we can do? You know, you think it's because they're male? I don't know. I'm sure there's some little girl cases that, let's think about that. Is the gender a issue for children? You know, maybe. I don't know. I mean, but I think she's right. It's a lot deeper than that. And I think we really need to start dissecting why. You know, I definitely think it's a class issue. It's an economic issue. I completely believe that. I've seen it time and time and time and time and time again. What does that mean? Oh, social. I thought I read it wrong. I read Scientology. I was like, well, I don't know about that, but so what can we do? Like, what are Angel Overstreet? Yes, the turtle. Yeah, barely anything on her. Angel Overstreet. She's a tiny baby. How old was Angel Overstreet? She 10 months old, I think. I mean, good grief. Male children, older male, women in class 2 social construct. You know what? I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I am more quick to talk about a missing child or a missing I don't know. No, I can't even say that. I talk about everybody over here. I'm trying to think if there was a time where I was like, I don't really want to talk about that. No, not really. I'm pretty much talk about anything, you know. Aaron, we're saying a special prayer for y'all. I hope you know that. Okay. So let's see. Only 3 months. Yes. God, I was thinking she was even 10 months. No, who is that baby that I'm thinking of? Oh, what is that little baby's name? She was 10 months old. I think that something happened behind her house in like a valley. The boyfriend and the mother seemed suspicious. Or is that Angel Overstreet? What is that one I'm talking about? Was her name Amanda? Y'all know Andrea Cobb. I don't know that. Avoid essay talk. So many stories I avoid. I'm not a victim of it, so I'm afraid to offend anyone or trigger anyone. Yeah. Hey, Tim Green. Hey, how did Xavier end up missing to begin with? He walked out of his house on his feet. Even the news reporters are like, he was last seen riding his bike. Well, that's not possible because both of his bicycles are still with his family. He did not leave on a bicycle. He left on foot. Amanda, you know what? In which I have talked about it, but when I was looking into the indigenous people and they're right now, the Welfare Act, it's where our U.S. government is trying to go in and enforce their rights on the Native Americans. I felt somewhat uncomfortable because I am not Native American and I don't want to say something ignorant. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I guess that, He left. Xavier did the same thing every day. He would go out and ride his bicycle with his friends. Okay. His mother was in the restroom and she was fixing to do some laundry. She is limited. She has a prosthetic leg. Her vehicle was not even running at the time. So she did not have, transportation or anything. But I say all that to say, like I don't, whatever. So he goes to leave the house. She hears the bell because they have little bells. She heard the door when he walked out. And that was it. He was on foot. He was never seen again. So, we don't know if somebody come through that he knew, that he trusted. I'm not going to go any deeper than that. That has been kind of my thing. Beaver's the only person to ever cover Terrence. Oh God, Terrence, that story. I don't, and that's another one, like so many craziness, and they say he took his own life. Well, he didn't. And I would be so glad to share the good news. Not yet though, but we'll be happy to share about Terrence. But yeah, Aaron says grabbed outside of his trailer. Yeah. You watch Michelle all the time. She's great content. Yes, I agree. And welcome, Tim. But yeah, he left. He did the same thing he does every day, Damn, you gotta watch Michelle. Okay, it's 260. All right, y'all. I don't know why my camera's out. I'm gonna try to start doing different live streams, and I want to try to do more where we have an open dialogue. I'm fixing to revamp the memberships and put more to the memberships and just different things I want to do with the channel. I want to start pushing out more awareness. I want to really get a community effort, and let's just really try to make some good change. Not change that's going to bring, craziness, but good change that will stand the test of time, or at least the apocalypse we're in the middle of. I kid, sort of. Or like he went to meet someone. You've seen cases where the kid, I thought the same thing, Tim. And I had, when I was talking to Sarah, his mother, I thought too, well, did he run into like some older kids? Because, sometimes too, like if I've seen several cases where like older kids will like hang out with another kid and then something happens and then they just like they get the group mentality and it just turns back, like there's several different scenarios. Let's not forget indigenous children stolen from their parents. God, like it's crazy. You just want Xavier back. My heart hurts so much. Aaron, I know, and we pray for your family. So, and I'm fixing to have to wrap it up. You wish you could become a member, too broke to even. Oh, Marie. No, listen. I was just saying in general, different things with the channel. Y'all engaging, y'all sharing, the fact that a kid's missing, you sharing their flyers, you coming in here sharing your opinion. That is contributing to the channel. 100%, because if those things weren't, if y'all wasn't here with the dumb hick behind a computer, there would be no need for me. So I don't exist without the community. I just don't. So Marie, don't ever worry about that. Please don't. No, I mean, the engagement, like I said, I would not be here without the community, The heart spirit need to continue to put a word out there. And yes, and the people that follow the channel do too. So I want to, instead of, RIPs and all that, can we just put some orange hearts or some prayer emojis? And let's just continue to pray for these babies. Farmers walk the cornfield after harvest. Yeah. Yes, you already are a member. Absolutely, Shar. Absolutely. Aaron, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry for you and your family. And we're gonna pray through this. We're gonna be pushing for legislation, and we're gonna try to make some noise. And if it is what we think it is, it will not be in vain. And unfortunately, thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Y'all please go sub up to Amanda. I so appreciate you. And she does good content. Her heart's in the right place too. But Aaron, a lot of times, unfortunately, like with Evelyn Boswell, now, hey, Juanita, thank you. Like now with Evelyn Boswell in Tennessee, it is a felony if well, I don't know if it's a felony, but it's a law now. You have to report your child missing within 24 hours or it's against the law. But that's a new law. You can only Tim, that's fine. That's fine, honey. I literally was just saying about the members because it's just something. But like Evelyn's law means that you have to report your child missing within the first 24 hours or it's against the law. This is a new law in Tennessee, and it was after her death. And unfortunately, that is the way things get done. But we're going to make sure it doesn't, and it is the best support. We're going to make sure that we can be a voice for these babies, and we just gotta we gotta do this together. Sad the law had to be made, right, Tim? I know. Oh, and also Megan Boswell, they set her court date, the trial for Evelyn, her mother Megan, it is next year. So next year, September. So, all right, guys, I got to get off here and go pick up my little man. Just prayers for all these families, Michael's, Summers, Xavier's, the West babies. So many to count, like so many to even all the indigenous people missing, the babies. I mean, we just say a prayer and love on your kids. And y'all have a good one. Sorry my camera went out. I love y'all. No, Aaron, thank you so much. I wish I had something profound to say, but I just don't. And our hearts and thoughts and prayers are with your family. 100%, Aaron and Sarah and Travis and everybody. So y'all have a good one. God bless y'all.